The Israeli military has been heavily targeting central and southern Gaza. At least 16 people have been killed, including 9 children, as Israeli forces hit al-Mawasi on Thursday. It's a tiny strip of land in the west of Gaza that Israel has repeatedly said would be a safe zone. More than 22,400 Palestinians have been killed since the Hamas-led attack on October the 7th. Hani Mahmoud is joining us live from Rafah in southern Gaza. We're seeing more airstrikes, as you've been reporting for weeks now, but including areas that the Israelis had claimed were safe.
Yes, well, the entire city of Rafah was designated as a safe area since the beginning of the war. That's the first time evacuation orders began in the northern part in Gaza City, where people were sharply ordered to move to the southern part, mainly to Rafah City here, because it is a safe area. But so far, I mean, the numbers of attacks on Rafah City are quite similar to the numbers of attacks in the northern part and Gaza City. And now, particularly, we're looking at something that is very devastating and misleading in terms of the narrative about evacuation zone and safety zone by the Israeli military, which is this small part of land, a small sliver of land in the western side of Rafah City that stretches from Deir al-Balah, passing through Khan Yunis and Rafah City, and ends at the Egyptian Gaza border. This is al-Mawasi area where people are told constantly to move to because it is a safe area. It's an open, largely sand area, underdeveloped. Part of it is farmland, but it lacks the very basic necessities, and it's not suitable for people to shelter in it because it has literally nothing so people can protect themselves from what people are doing right now. As the moment they arrive there, they try to set up the tents where they can protect themselves. But again, as of yesterday, what happened, this has been proven false and accurate in terms of the narrative about safe zones. The people were targeted in that area. A residential home was targeted and destroyed. And two displaced families inside the residential home were killed, mainly women and children, as well as all the debris, the rubble fell on the nearby tents and injured many people. As of overnight, the central part of Rafah, mainly we're talking about the northern eastern side of Rafah City, an area better known as Khirbat al-Adas, where a residential home was targeted. An entire family, Abu Sinja family, was killed. Mainly we're looking again another pattern of killing more children. So this pattern of mass killing of Palestinians continues despite the many narratives, the many justifications by the Israeli military still going on, and it has not stopped, not even for a day. If people do not die of the bombs, they are likely to die of the terrible situations that are going on. In the central area of the Gaza Strip, the aerial bombardment campaign continues in a very intensive way as the Israeli military pushing deeper into one of the refugee camps, al-Maghazi refugee camps, where it's completely been encircled and bombed heavily by the Israeli military. But here's one thing that we've noticing since the beginning of the pattern of destruction of all means of life, to the point making it very impossible for people to even go back and reside in the areas that have been targeted. We're talking about not only residential homes, but also anything that could help people survive and stay there has been destroyed. We're talking about schools, for example, health facilities. UNRWA managed and operated the schools. The vast majority have been destroyed, which is just something that people are frustrated about, because this is what they think in terms of how the U.S. support into UNRWA to support education, to build schools in one hand, but on the other hand, there is this fund that goes for the bombings of these very schools that were created for refugees, children in the Palestinian territory. So far, the patterns is the same. The killing continues. The mass slaughter of Palestinians for 90 days hasn't stopped.
Hani, thank you very much indeed. Hani Mahmoud talking to us from Rafah in southern Gaza.